There's one universal truth that unites every single person on this planet. One day, we will all die. Yet, instead of surrendering to despair, we wake up, chase dreams, build relationships, and search for purpose. This is the paradox of death, the strange reality that while our time is limited, it's this very limit that gives life its meaning. But why do we live knowing that death is inevitable? What makes us continue to strive, love, and hope despite knowing the end is guaranteed? Today, we unravel this mystery and explore how death, far from being our greatest fear, might actually be our greatest motivator. Maybe the truth isn't about avoiding death, but about making life truly count. Think about it. If you knew you had eternity to live, would you feel the same urgency to accomplish your goals? Would you treasure your relationships the same way? Would you truly appreciate every moment? Death, rather than being a dark shadow over our existence, is actually the force that pushes us to make every second count. This paradox defines human existence. We live as if we have infinite time, yet deep down, we know that our time is limited. This realization, though unsettling, gives us purpose. It forces us to ask, what truly matters? Throughout history, different cultures have found ways to embrace and understand death. The ancient Egyptians built massive pyramids, believing in an afterlife where their souls would live forever. The Vikings saw death in battle as an honor, leading them to Valhalla. In Mexico, Dia de los Muertos celebrates the dead, turning mourning into a joyful remembrance. In ancient Rome, the Stoics practiced Memento Mori, which means remember you must die. Today, we avoid thinking about death. But what if embracing it could actually help us live better? When we accept the reality of death, we learn to truly embrace life. Psychologists suggest that much of human ambition and progress stems from a subconscious fear of death. Why do we strive for greatness? Why do we chase success? Why do we leave behind art, books, inventions? Because we want to be remembered. We want to create something that outlives us, something that echoes beyond our own existence. This is called symbolic immortality. Even though our bodies perish, our ideas, our creations, and our influence can live on. We fear death not just because of the unknown, but because we fear being forgotten. And so, we write, we build, we innovate, all in an attempt to leave a mark on the world. But what if instead of fearing death, we embraced it? Many ancient philosophies teach that true peace comes when we stop resisting the inevitable and instead, make peace with it. The samurai of Japan believed in the idea of dying before you die, not physically, but mentally accepting death so that fear no longer holds you back. Acceptance doesn't mean giving up, it means living fully, without hesitation. When we acknowledge that life is fleeting, we begin to appreciate the simple things, a deep conversation, the warmth of the sun on our skin, the laughter of a loved one. These moments, however small, become infinitely precious. So how do we use this paradox to our advantage? By living with purpose. Imagine you had only 1 year left, what would you do differently? What words would you say? What risks would you take? This is the real power of mortality. It reminds us to live now, not later. The truth is, we don't have control over when death comes, but we do have control over how we live. We can choose to spend our days in fear or use them to create, love, and experience everything life has to offer. What will you choose today? Life is fleeting, but that's what makes it beautiful. The paradox of death isn't a tragedy, it's a gift. It pushes us to live boldly, to love deeply, and to leave behind something meaningful. So ask yourself, how will you make your life matter? If this video made you think, consider liking and subscribing for more deep conversations about life, philosophy, and the human experience. Until next time, live fully, because every moment matters.